you had mentioned, that kind of throw off your pH readings as well. What do you think about like the level of accuracy, and how much can we rely on like phosphorus level test results, like values from this Malek-3?
I feel a little stronger about a Malek-3 than I do a saturated paste, right?
Okay.
So for me, and especially if you're doing a Malek-3 in an outdoor soil, we know that as soon as we throw phosphorus in our soils, it's going to be bound by, if you have relatively high amounts of clay, it's just going to bind to the aluminum in your clay and not necessarily show up in something like a saturated paste. But a Malek-3 being a hard acid should be mimicking perhaps what fungi do to release phosphorus, right? So you will get a better representation through a Malek-3 because it's a stronger acid, an acid that's trying to mimic what fungi do to extract that phosphorus. But not every soil is going to have all of that fungi to be able to extract the amount of phosphorus that might actually be there. So if you're not a biology grower and you don't have that biology, then it might be overestimating your phosphorus availability. Would you agree with that, or is that contradictory to what you're thinking?
So from what I kind of researched, is almost that the value can be all over the place, and that we can do multiple tests on the same soil sample, and get pretty widely different values from this Malek-3. So I've kind of put less of my faith into it, like less of the foundation of like how I'm building my soil and what I'm going to be amending each time. But if I see that the values are low, I'll do calculations and, provide what seems like an adequate amount of phosphorus to add, or potassium, or so on. But it just seems hard to rely on something that has these really widely fluctuating values when it comes to our nutrient profiles, when our ratios between our elements need to be so correctly balanced. It makes it kind of frustrating, right? But that's good to know that you think that it's more reliable than that.
I think your experience as a grower is always going to be more important than what you see on a piece of paper.
Right.
I was talking to a farmer yesterday, just reminding them that you may send in 1 cup of soil, 250 grams of soil. They're going to use 15 grams of that soil to actually measure in the Malek-3 extraction. So you're using 15 grams that could be representing 7-10 acres of soil, right? So
right.
We have to take this with a pound of salt.
Pound of salt. Yeah.
And we really do want to make sure that you don't refute your knowledge from observing that plant and being able to say, yeah, that's a purple that I'm not familiar with that cultivar. That could be a phosphorus deficiency or something.